What's up, y'all? This is your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast. This is Hip Hop Talk. And before we get into that, this episode is brought to you by Layback TV. Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, all the languages, all the HBOs. Go on Layback TV so you can go find out where you can find it on your Play Store and your Apple Store for your phones and your Fire Sticks. All right. Now, let's get into some hip hop talk. Shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony. I'm talking crazy, busy, lazy, Wish, Flesh and Bone, the whole 5-star fucking lineup. Bone Thugs and Harmony is set to get their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Long fucking overdue. Long overdue. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Eazy-E might be looking down. Very proud of Bone Thugs and Harmony. One of his last final acts that ended up being fucking legendary, to make it to the Walk of Fame as legends. You know what I'm saying? Bone Thugs and Harmony, still my favorite album. E1999, Eternal. Favorite song. What's my favorite song? I think I got like, I think it's like a tie. These are my top three Bone Thugs and Harmony's joints, right? I think it's called East 1999 from one of the albums, the major debut. You go on their album. I think it's their first track on there. It's like it's East 1999, my niggas. Think about bapping and about time and yo, they flow that shit crazy as fuck. Second will be First of the Month. I love that. My favorite verse from it is Crazy Bones. And I would say third joint would be Change the World. I think Flesh and Bone is my favorite verse. Honorable mentions, I will give it for... It's a collaboration for Bone, but they killed it. It was with Biggie Smalls and Notorious B.I.G., Notorious Thugs. Fucking fire. He starts Life After Death with that joint. I love it. But shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony for getting that star. BET Awards. I'm not gonna give too much into that, but shout out Drewski. He fucking killed it. Is there anything this nigga can't do? I swear to fucking Christ, this motherfucker, Drewski, is a GOAT. He still has a long fucking career ahead of him, and he's a GOAT already. Like, I'm a huge fan of Could Have Been Records, Could Have Been Love. What else he got? The auditions. I love every city goes with a theme. You know what I'm saying? Team related, city related. It's fucking fire. I'm waiting for the Alaska one to drop. I don't think he dropped that shit. But he did an incredible job with the hosting. BET Awards, very well. He's getting respect. He shot out. He did his thing with Keke Palmer, with Tiana Taylor, with Martin Lawrence, the legend. He put Ray J on blast. About time somebody did that. What is it else? Let me see. Oh yeah. Oh, like his skits. Oh, I'm a huge fucking fan of his skits. You know, the fucking country wife dude he does. Fucking the white rapper he does. The slave he does. When he ends up being a pastor. I'm not gonna say that's who he was, but word got out he was with that he was not with, but he was doing a parody on Erica Kirk. And if that was the case, he fucking nailed it. And his recent one with being Joe Jackson, I swear this guy is fucking hilarious. Gotta love Drewski. Shout out to Drewski. Oh, before we get off of this, I brought him up. Ray J. So apparently on the Clarissa Shields fight coming up in August, he's on the undercard. Boxing. Another athletic sport that's combat sports. And he's fighting Orlando Brown. And I saw the press conference. I'm a little confused. I don't know if these niggas got hate. They want to fight. or they want to fuck. I mean, they're talking about putting their fingers in their ass and shit like that. It was just, I don't know. They want some gay shit instead of fight shit, so I'm a little confused on that one. But he slapped Ray J's face with a motherfucking stack of bills, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm taking this shit seriously. I just got a question. The homie Whack 100, is this your client still? Because apparently Whack 100 did not approve of him fighting on brand risk. If Ray J's fighting in August, apparently there's no problem with him fighting again, or no investigation after all the shit he was saying on brand risk. So I think he's free in the clear. But I don't know if Whack 100 is literally representing Ray J anymore, because he's getting through another fight. I don't understand how. I don't believe the heart shit that Ray J's on. So I don't know what to make of that. Back to the BET Awards, okay? Shout out the BET Awards, because they did something that the Grammys didn't do. Fuck flowers, okay? Because they're alive. We could give them their flowers all they want. BET Awards acknowledged the incredible body of work of the album Let God Sort 'Em Out by the Clips. I stand on it. 2025's best album is still Let God Sort 'Em Out by the Clips. Produced, all 13 tracks, by Pharrell Williams. And they did this in a fucking Louis Vuitton headquarters. Okay, you got people like Tyler the Creator on it, Kendrick Lamar, Nas, Ab Liva, like the whole works. Even Pharrell's on the album. They gave, look at this, they gave them best collab track, Chains and Whips with Kendrick Lamar. They gave them the award for best group, and they gave them album of the year. Album of the year. I don't know what the Grammys were on, but they were on some bullshit. Moving the fuck on. T.I.'s Killed the King. It's chart topping like a motherfucker, yo. I bought the album. Let me see. Great album. Don't get me wrong. It's a great album. Where do I put it in his catalog is the question. Because I think Paper Trail is number one. I would say number 2 would be Urban Legend. Number 3, you can put this album, then Trap Music, and then No Mercy, then T.I. versus T.I.B., and then King. There you go. Dope tracks. I love Let 'Em Know. I love Mr. Him. He took a track out. I think the diss that he made for 50, he took a track out. He think he's slick. We saw the track listing, and nigga, that track was there. He should have left it. That shit was a fire ass track. He released it as a snippet and then took it away. I don't know why he did that, but whatever. I guess he was really depending on the verses situation to really push this album, and all failed. But my favorite track on there is gotta be Dope Boys Academy, featuring T-Pain, Jeezy, and 2 Chainz. Fire. Jeezy went ham on that record. But shout out T.I. for, giving some shine to T-Pain, because that nigga, everybody wanted him on their song. I would still fucking get a hook from T-Pain if it was available. So shout out to that album. What else we got? We got The Dream. Finally got an official. Love Hate 2, the sequel to his 07 debut, is coming out July 10, 2026. So next week, I'm all on that. I'm definitely gonna be looking forward to it. I think The Dream's best album, I wouldn't say Love Hate is. I would definitely give it to Love versus Money, his second album. I think that was his best work. But let's see what Love Hate 2 is gonna be. Radio Killer's back. What else we got? Oh, we can't fucking skip this. B2K versus Pretty Ricky on the Verses. I watched it live. Yes, the fuck I did. I watched it live. This is the criteria and the grading I was giving it, the judging, right? So this is the judging that I gave B2K versus Pretty Ricky, right? So originally Pretty Ricky's 4 men, but one's missing. We ain't gonna get on that. B2K is 4 men. So it's basically a 4 versus 3 guys, okay? Boy bands. B2K came out the beginning of the millennium, doing their 2 albums, Gotta Be, fucking Girlfriend, Bump Bump Bump, gave you the movie, what was it, You Got Served, the whole works, right? But then 6 years later, here comes Pretty Ricky, taking the baton and going with it, Grind on Me, Your Body, Hotline, on the Hotline joint, they were doing their thing, with Pleasure P and everything. Omarion did his thing solo. So that's why I was doing it. I was curious. I said to everybody, yo, this is easy 10 rounds. If you want to go 15, maybe. But it's going to be fillers in the 15. This is really a 10-round thing. But they made it 15 rounds with extra bonus. I'm going to leave the extra bonus bullshit because it looked like none of them had records after 15 round. And this is what I came with. Pretty Ricky whooped that ass 12 rounds to 3 out of 15. I gave it a 12 to 3. Everybody said it was a sweep. I'm judging by your vocals, song selection, performance, because you're a boy band. Let's see. Obviously, that's not a routine that's going to be dancing and all that shit going to be made, but let's see. The groups have to be in sync. You know what I'm saying? And Pretty Ricky ain't never broke up. B2K did. You could tell there was a little disconnect. I saw Omarion was taking the lead. J Boog looked like a hype man. Fizz gave like 2 or 3 tracks with him rapping. Raz, 1 record. Well, actually 2 records. 1 rapping, 1 singing. But every song for Pretty Ricky had to do with Pretty Ricky. You know what I'm saying? And I gave certain rounds. to B2K. They got a new joint called Mileage. I fucks with it. It's actually a dope-ass joint. Because my favorite record from them has always been and if I have to do a solid number 2, I would say Girlfriend, and then 3 would probably be Bump Bump Bump. Apparently these guys is friends, because technically if I was Pretty Ricky, I would have been fucking up B2K by saying, one thing y'all don't got in common with us, we never broke up. And if they perform Bump Bump Bump, I'm gonna be like, hey man, what you doing? You're supposed to bring people on stage to perform that song. Where's R. Kelly, your writer? Where's Diddy? Who's doing Diddy's verse? I'm gonna literally go low blow for all of that shit. But Pretty Ricky, kept it respectful and all of that. I think people got a little bit tipsy and started getting out of pocket after round 15. But shout out B2K, Pretty Ricky. They gave us great music over the years. But I would say this is probably the most entertaining verses that I've seen since Versus came out last October. That I think they should pick it up and use this as an example. Before we get out of here, let's give a shout out to, not shout out only, a big rest in peace to Clive Davis. I'm talking Columbia Records, Arista Records, J Records, you know what I'm saying? People he put on these labels, you know what I'm saying? Like Whitney Houston. And look at these names, because these are all legendary names. Whitney Houston, Alicia Keys, Luther Vandross, Jennifer Hudson, Bruce Springsteen, Carlos Santana, Aerosmith, Pink Floyd, Bob Dylan, Miles Davis, Earth, Wind and Fire, Barbra Streisand, Neil Diamond, Tony Braxton, Usher, Maroon 5, Notorious B.I.G., TLC. If you go to the J Records, Pitbull, Busta Rhymes. Yo, rest in peace, Clive Davis. I heard nothing but crazy Clive Davis parties, stories, and shit. Never been to one, but I heard the stories about people who did. He put everybody on the map, man. He put everybody on the map. There will be no Bad Boy Records, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? With Puff and Mace and Biggie, Black Rob, Carl Thomas, Faith Evans, the whole works, yo. So big recipes to Clive Davis, all right? That's all we got for Hip Hop Talk. Interesting. Make sure y'all hit that sub button, hit them likes, hit the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about Clive Davis's career. Did you get that T.I. album? Are you ready for the Dreams album? What do you think of BET Awards? Give a shout out to the Clips, with their awards and shit. And who you had, Pretty Ricky or B2K. Oh, and before we get out of here, you know what? We'll put a little bonus material. So Lil Wayne did a interview with DJ Drama. Okay, I forgot what the name of the podcast is, but just type up DJ Drama and his podcast will pull up. So make sure y'all check that out. He asked him about Lil Wayne doing the verses. Lil Wayne does not want to do a verses because he will embarrass whoever and end their career. My problem is, who the fuck you think you talking to with that? I know there's specifics that he will end. He will end a lot of people's career. And I do agree with certain aspects. We talking album Lil Wayne or mixtape Lil Wayne. Mixtape Lil Wayne is going to destroy whoever comes in there with the mixtape. I put Lil Wayne winning against G Unit, fucking, who else do mixtape? Oh, Jeezy? Nah. Mixtape for mixtape, it ain't even close. Now, we going albums? I can name 3 motherfuckers that could compete with Lil Wayne. 3 motherfuckers that could compete with Lil Wayne. One artist that came out before him, one artist that came out the same year as him, and one artist that came after him. We talking Jay-Z, Jay-Z, Eminem, and Kanye West. Those are 3 people who will give him problems. Now, I'm not saying they're going to beat him, because it all depends on the song selection and how you perform it. But you ain't sweeping nobody, and you damn sure ain't ended their career. Just got to call it what it is. But that's all we got for the Drop That Podcast. I'm your boy, D Jax. Y'all hit the sub button, hit the likes, hit the comments. You already heard. Peace.